Hello. I was fumbling a bit today. And I didn't realize that it was nearly 8:30 already for thinking out loud. And yes, today our effort is to beat Leo. Further down the hallway, the sound of an argument can be heard clearly. In the school where there are so few people left, I can only believe the owner of that voice to be Rin. And the other voice can only belong to Leo. Legitimate masters, huh? So any irregularities are meaningless to you. On the contrary, I'm relieved that you've somehow managed to survive. Tragically, for me anyway, whether I get to live or die hasn't been decided just yet. Whoever wins the Holy Grail and gets to return home is the sole survivor, that's the rule. But my life doesn't matter, you're the one who still has something to lose. If you lose in the final match, the Harway family will lose their heir. Pretty big blow, huh? True, but I'm going to win. It's not bravado or a lie. Leo believes he's speaking the truth. It is definitely not in blind faith. He has judgment. He has judged himself and doesn't find himself lacking. Trust the Harway to be so arrogant. The same Harway choking the world into oblivion with an iron fist. Choking into oblivion? Tosaka, your complaint is creative still. No, you look tired. Now is not the time for an extended conversation, I'm afraid. With that said, I bid you a good day. What kind of conversation was that? Leo made a vague gesture towards Rin, while at the same time acknowledging me with a smile. Cross, I look forward to finally meeting you on the field of battle. Sure, punk. I notice he leaves that his smile never once slipped. If I was still the same person as I was before, this would have badly shaken me. But everything is different now. Now I have a purpose, a reason to fight for the Holy Grail. That is why my path diverges from Leo's. But only the Holy Grail knows which is. But only the Holy Grail knows which the correct one is. What is this final showdown business? What do you mean? You taught me nothing. Oh, these NPCs. So useless. You're the worst of them. This is a multimedia room. And we can't do anything about it. Oh, Rin's here? That's it? Okay, I thought there'd be like a big conversation or something, but no. Were you able to track to get it this time, the object that grants wishes? Yes, this is my precious. Take this plushie in return. No, I insist that you have it. Oh, is that what we get? Plushie. Let's check what this plushie looks like. Oh, it's an actual tiger plushie. Kind of cute. Yep, we had this conversation. I'm guessing that's all of the finished decorations of this place. I'm pretty sure there's like nothing to do now. Yep, I know tomorrow will be the last day. Oh, click. Goes to Seagull, click. pretty sure there's nothing in the school field or in the archery. I'm guessing if I have archer, I have a little more interaction on that archery field, maybe, potentially. The finals are almost upon us. Good timing, as I've almost found out what I was looking for. I think we've already read this. Okay. Do a little bit of an alteration. Should I just put them in defense? Maybe I should just put them in defense. Because agility, like I'm not going to level any of these up. Yeah, I'm not going to level any of these up. No eventful stuff to the arena today, I'm guessing. Yes, parting is sweet and sour. How things are. I don't think I need to level up, so I'm just gonna get out of here. Continue with the story. And see if that was a good choice or not. It should be okay. Well then, tonight is our last night together. Much has happened since you chose me as your servant when I think back on it. It was wonderful, marvelous. Our story has a magnificent arc to it. One that my former self would adore. No, what a gloomy talk. I can't abide by it. Let us focus on the grand finale. Tomorrow I will swing my sword in a blaze of glory for you. Let us present a grand finale that will dazzle all who see. Command me passionately until I'm spent. Let's save it on a different slot just in case. Well, there is no waiting, isn't there? Straight onto it. You're facing the final curtain, the final elimination battle. How do you feel, Master? I want to punch your face. My answer is obvious. Why even bother asking? I'm here because I've accumulated victories and crushed dreams. Because of the cost of others, I can't even imagine failure. Leo or myself, the one whose wish the Holy Grail will be chosen today. Ah, yes, there was a certain young master who entered this tournament and has grown significantly. At first, this master appeared to be a sacrificial lamb, but instead fought on those wobbly legs. I may be an agent of the system, but your fight roused my interest. Is your case a happy accident, or a genuine miracle in hundreds, thousands of years of masters? How preserve for this AI to be based on a clergyman? Now go, show me the true strength of your determination and desire. I will wait on the first floor. Finished, Father Kotominia departs. The elimination battle is here. I'm about to face my strongest opponent yet. I will make some final preparation. That means getting outfitted at the commissary and sorting out information in my room. Okay, sort some information as always. This one does the same one. The day has finally arrived, the day of the final battle. The way to the Holy Grail will open once this last fight is over. It's down to Leo and me, whose wish will be granted. I have no intention of failing now, but today is the day where our fates will be decided. Before the elimination battle begins, I should go through all of the information I've accumulated. First off, the name of Leo's servant. I'd better make sure I have his name right before I do anything else. What do you mean? What do you mean? The servant in burnished white armor, his name was given as Gawain. A knight of great loyalty linked to the legend of the Round Table who guards Leo with tireless vigilance. I remember the first time we crossed swords in the arena. As per his story, his strength is legendary. Wielding a sword that shines like the sun, he barred my way through with unshakable resolve. The name of his sword is... a Sword of Absolute Victory. Well, that was a sister sword, the one Gawain wields. Let me think a little longer. Well, then it's the other victory sword. Right, also called as Guillotine, it is the sister sword of Excalibur and a weapon of great power when used by Gawain. At first, there was no way I could meet the strokes of the sword infused with the sun's heart. Now, the attribute that made Gawain one of the mightiest knights was unique constitution. When the sun was in the sky, all of his abilities were amplified to a significant degree. His noble phantasm alone makes him immensely powerful, but with this attribute he was almost invincible. What was the name of that ability? Reckoning of Victories? No, that's not right. Numeral of the Saint? Right, it was the Numeral of the Saint, the ability that ties his powers to the sun at its most powerful when the clock strikes noon. Yay, EX level! We are all sorted. But by hacking the arena and cutting off its light, I was not only able to wound him, but also cripple this ability of his to some degree. All that is to be done now is to see how close Saber can get to Leo. I made it all this way, just one more victory, and then I can get my wish granted by the Holy Grail. The answer that I've sought throughout this fight. Read the matrix before we go in. More like just take off the new badge. Pretty sure there is no one around on the third day. Let's just make sure. Yep. I guess we get to business. Oh, let me save though. I think this will be a good save area. I've been awaiting your arrival. Are you ready? If it is your wish, I will open that way to the Colosseum. Now, please present the final cipher key. So, young master, who will have their wish granted, you or the Scion of the Hawei family? I will be here waiting for the one who successfully managed to reach the Holy Grail. Oh, here we go. The elevator showdown once more. One last time. Oh, there's some background finally. Oh shoot, today's Thursday. I need to throw the trash away. Give me a minute. I might actually do that real quick. Be back shortly. Where's my BRB? I'm not grabbing water. I'm just gonna say BRB. Okay, I'm back on that, but I might shoot off again in the middle. Finally, the battle I have been waiting for. Are you moved by the gravitas of the moment as well? It doesn't matter. Is that so? That is good news for the highways, but personally I'm a little disappointed. You stirred something up in me when we fought, but apparently the feeling is not mutual. I hope that the battle between us would be revelatory to me, but it seems like you're just an obstacle. Or is it possible that you're not only disinterested in me, but the Holy Grail War in general? You've always been different from the other masters, as if you've arrived at this war by accident. Though you may have begun without a goal, you must have won by now. Would you mind sharing it with me? What drives you forward? For what purpose do you fight? I just simply don't want to die. Is that right? All living creatures have a survival instinct. Fighting to survive is a legitimate battle. But I have to say I'm a little disappointed. I thought this war was also your quest for meaning. How about you tell me the meaning? Only you know what this battle means to you. I can only tell you what it means to me. To me, the Holy Grail War is about defending the Holy Grail itself from other claimants. Obtaining the Holy Grail is both objective and the meaning, though that seems hollow. The war itself means nothing, the process worth nothing. I thought you found the process to be meaningful, and that is why I took an interest in you. Maybe I was wrong to think that. Oh my, the time has just flown by. It's been so precious talking to you, I'm a little sad that we must end our conversation. Do you have anything left to say for me? Time to die, cause I will win. I'm sorry, that's impossible, but good luck anyways. Luck is not the key is I got a special thing up my sleeve called save state. With an arch of metal, the elevator grinds to a halt. Is it just me, or is it just me, or this time did the reverberation last longer and sound heavier than usual? In any case, this is it. Onto the final battlefield. It's time. I'm aware this is inappropriate considering the situation, but I have one last thing to say. Thank you for making it this far. Now, let's defend our ideology, 7th Master. The moment has finally arrived, Cross. Although I'm afraid I'll miss you, I have to keep going. This is it, Gawain. Utilize your sword's full capacity for me. I have waited for those words. My body will be your blade, and I will cut a path to the throne for you. Well then, I've been letting you win so far, but we will no longer pretend you are invincible. Because the boy you call master is far from being a true king. You two are too innocent to win. Are you saying I shouldn't be king? You're mistaken, Saber. I'm already the king. So long as you think you're perfect, you will never realize your flaws, and you will never be complete. I pity you, Hereford heir, for you have never known defeat. Having never felt pain, your emotions are fragile and untested. If you were to suffer defeat, you will be devastated. Shut your mouth, whore of Babylon. You have no right to slander my master. Such loyalty, this is well and good, but you are a fool. You see only the perfect king unless you also support his politics. You're nothing but a faithful dog. What are you saying? That's a knight's duty. A knight is the sword of his lord and perishes with him at the end of his time. You can't be taking issue with that. I've devoted my being to my master. Any knight who will give less than that has impure motives. Be quiet. Bow your head to all the knights you have besmirched. Honorable as it may be to perish alongside your master, risking your life blindly is suicide. Knight of the Sun, your righteousness prevent you from correcting your master, a fatal mistake. Even if that's true, how could someone who identifies as a king understand any of this? That is where you are mistaken. I have always subjugated myself to beauty. Therefore, no matter who I serve, as long as I stay true to myself, I see nothing wrong. What? You call yourself king and you're willing to serve another? That's right. I can see you don't understand, so I will illustrate it with my blade. Rainbows shine because they are illuminated by the sun. Perfect king, faithful sword, let us see your limits. Now we fight the final battle where I save. I believe you had... I'm pretty sure you had some sort of buff skill in between here. So let go of that. And then from the second turn onwards you start doing that sort of thing. Oh, there we go, Divine Aegis. It's an increase in luck, isn't it? Or is it defense and it just has a 4-leaf clover for that? Ah, damn, he's tanky with it. This is why he's gorilla, isn't it? No wonder why he's freaking gorilla. 'Can I have 4 elixirs? Really, only I can do is my own into then the servants. I'm pretty sure I defended this. I did indeed. Okay, nice. I don't get hit too hard. I will get hit, but that's unfortunate. Oh, you got the same trick up your sleeve. Was that it? Third turns is likely gonna be... Man, I don't really like setting up the price setting sun that many times. because it kind of unnecessarily eats up my amount of points. Oh, this stupid bomb attack. Oh shoot. I'm stunned. That's a good. Holy heck! Nothing ever happened. The bomb and the stupid ass stun was the issue. Not necessarily. It's not necessarily. I'm gonna guess that code cast is also gonna be a banish, because he did that before. Because the Blade of the Devoter isn't too bad if I can make sure I can guard. It's just having to deal with the bomb. Will he do it again? Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's bombing this time in the third turn for some reason. I feel like one of those three is gonna be... One of those three is likely gonna be a Devoted Sun attack. Let's throw my dice. That's gonna be the fourth one. And at least chain this. Okay, it wasn't too bad. I don't want to go head on. And then Blossom with the core. Full recover, I hope he doesn't have full recover. The fact that I have full recover but the enemy never seems to have a recovery move is kind of BS, but oh well. Makes my life a lot easier, so I won't complain. Okay, he didn't. I thought that would have been... no. I knew the fifth move would be that, didn't I? He's not using the Devoted Blade for some reason. Why? I'm just gonna kind of run my XPs short. I think he does a guard, like double attacks. So this must be the best choice. Man, I've dwindled on down even lower than half HP and I still question marks? What's going on? There must be something. Wow! Really? It's like 20% is 10,000? Oh, Noble Fence is in. Holy shit. That's alright, I got one more life.
レオ。
あなたの思うままにガウィン。
Oh, I can't. Well, if that's the case, use elixir here. Dry setting sun. Can I should be able to force that in. My guard. That. Right. I think that might be it. And I need to save up on resources now, surely. I'm happy. Oh, wow. Plato devoted and noble phantasm. Jeepers creepers. Maybe I should have kind of, if that was the case, I should have just went all out on my attack skills. Can I survive this? Well, I had some... Shoot. I had some good luck here is the other thing. In terms of Leo not doing anything. Or if I just spam this. Maybe that's what I should have been doing from the start, just spam this. Because it gives me like 1,000 attack even when he's guarding it. But it's just better return. That's it, really? Nothing, no second phase, no nothing? I can't feel my fingers, my arms and legs won't move, there's no strength in them. I don't understand, even though my heart has been pierced through, it feels like the hole is filled. Astonished, Leo remains unmoving. This must be a truly unbelievable conclusion to him. While staring at his small hand, Leo's breaths become thin and short. His heart will stop moving soon. He doesn't seem to be trying to escape from the pain, though. In a weird way, did he actually expect it and want it to die? I see what I see. What I couldn't believe was that I'd reached my limit. Leo smiles with his admission. I never thought I'd reach my limit. I wasn't even capable of imagining what defeat was. I didn't think I was flawless, I just had no fear. The normal people's heart quiver, mine never did. His quiet words are sorrowful, but a smile spreads across Leo's mouth. He's found some happiness even in the arms of defeat and demise. His joy is something very human and trivial, achievement. His body's coloring slowly darkens. I've already know what will happen. I've seen this scene play out before. The king-to-be will vanish. He will disappear like the gods have decided he should never have been. This feeling that comes over me, it fears the unreasonable and rejects the irrational. One more time. I won't lose next time. These are complex feelings. I don't want to give up. That's a compelling feeling, but all of them are positive. I feel bitterness and grief as well, and I fear meeting death. And this must be courage. I had not understood the real meaning of any of those feelings. I'm such a fool. Like, someone like me could have never led the human race. Gawain. You knew all along that I lacked something necessary to become a true king. My lord, no, my king, Yes, I know, Gawain. Although I knew what I needed most was to experience defeat, you still helped me win. You gave me your loyalty and risked your life for me. You knew that I would be defeated one day, but you tended to my growth anyway.
礼を言います。
I live so illogically, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have realized. I would have seen this defeat as a fluke and coldly ignored it. My king, I would have accepted you no matter what defeat you suffered. I am your sword, your knight, your growth is your own. However,
光栄です。
I am honored to have witnessed the growth of a truly honorable king. He's being knighted once again. No, it's his illusional dream, is it? It is. Goodbye, Gawain. With those words of praise, Gawain disappears. He makes no excuses and doesn't plead for his life. Of course he doesn't. He gave 100% for Leo, he had no reason to be ashamed. After watching Gawain flicker out, Leo turns back my way. He's crying.
困ったものですね。
I'm afraid of going cold. This is the most frightening of human emotions. This is despair. I never even knew the basic feeling like this. His voice bathed in sorrow. I don't know if it is sorrow for his death or for the person he was. Defeat. It was a necessary obstacle to defeat. It was a necessary obstacle on my path to the throne. I can't retreat after coming so far down this path. Now that I know defeat, I can become a complete king. Now, I can't help thinking of mayflies. They're those insects who gain wings to fly and then die after just a day.
残念です。
There is nothing I can do. This is unfortunate. After he realized the most important thing, he has to perish. And then Leo disappears, gone without a trace. And I here stand alone, awkwardly. I'm the only one left. The emptiness that will never gotten used to wrenches my heart. That was the end, though. Everything is over now. But is it truly over? It's really over. Isn't it? Is it, though? I don't know. Fate's always weird like that. Would this truly be the end, or is there something awaiting for us? I think it's okay to overwrite that now. Final chapter, I guess.
閉幕の鐘が鳴る。
Birthday.
その目覚めは誰のものか。
After winning the fight, I returned to the now lifeless school. Almost all the people are gone now. I'm the only master, I'm the last living human in this tournament. If human is the right word. Even all the NPCs that used to be around here are gone. There are no more use for them. The Holy Grail War ends here. Only the master and servant who won the Holy Grail War remain. Plus one system anomaly. In any case, the path to Holy Grail will open for the winner. Where could it be? While thinking about how annoying looking for it would be. Congratulations, you have crushed the dreams of all other Magi. That is to say, you have won. The Holy Grail War ends here. A voice echoes through the speakers. It's a voice that I've heard before. It was the voice I've heard when I met my servant at the very end of the preliminaries. it's the guide created by the Holy Grail War system. It must be based on a real person too. The path of the Holy Grail is open to you, Victor. Pass through the door to the battlefield once more. I still don't have any answers. Maybe they will come once I get to the Holy Grail. Well, this is totally not weird. At least this room is still normal. Time has finally come to leave the Seraph and head to the core of the moon cell. I shall miss this place, even this room, but I can't be helped. Life is a series of hellos and goodbye. Hellos and... Life is a series of hellos and goodbyes. I recommend you make your final goodbyes now. But the same for you as well. School's absolutely dead. Oh, hey Revenge. How you doing? Good evening. Good day? I guess mid? Boring? You know what? It's a good day. It's a good day because nothing really happened. How about you? Hopefully it was for you too as well. Get out of here. Bots. No bots. Stupid autocorrect. They say AI is meant to take over our jobs. Go look at balls. Yeah, that Streambo thing is just a stupid bot thing. Sometimes it gets auto-filtered, sometimes it doesn't for some reason. I need to figure out why. They must like put weird characters in that or something. Because I mean, it looks like just alphabets, but I don't know what they are doing. Second floor. First floor. Oh, fucking Kotomine. Oh yeah, you're just in time. I've actually just defeated the last... Wait. The game lied to me. You said all the NPCs are gone, but Sakura is here. I have beaten the last master, and now I am apparently going to go to the Holy Grail, but I can't trust this game, to be honest. This is fate, and fate is always weird. Your fight is over? I see, so it's to be exchange of info. Aren't you the positive one? What do you mean? I got no one to fight. What do you mean alterations? Come to just say I'm leaving because get rest. There are no worries, no worries. Thank you for coming and saying hi and bye. Have a good night. Hopefully tomorrow will be a good day for you as well. Congratulations, Cross. It made me very happy that you kept coming to see me throughout the Holy Grail War. Can't be bothered going a bit late these days. No, that's a good idea. At least it's Friday. Exactly. Even if I didn't have much of a presence in the game. But if that's the role the Moon Cell wishes for me, it would be silly to complain. Yeah, have a good weekend to you as well if I don't catch you. Bye bye, bye bye. Have a good rest of the week if I don't catch you anytime later. Alright. My parting gift to you will be a lunch. Huh? Please don't make that face. I haven't put anything strange into it. Alright then, I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, take care. Sakura's supreme lunch. I haven't eaten any of your lunch though. Does the game know that I haven't eaten any of her lunch? Very ominous, very empty, very nothing. I'm guessing the commissioner is also like blank. Is the commissioning lady here? The commissioning lady's here, and Hello, whatever, money conquers all. That NPC is really the embodiment of capitalism, isn't it? Well, let's go. We've come this far. Let it see it through to the end. She seems to see no problem with coming with me. I'm not going to object. She's good to have along. Prepare a little bit more. Aren't you the eager student, even though you no longer have need of the teacher? Or are you that fond of me? No, you just had a dialogue. No, I'm not. In fact, I'm pretty done with this bitter priest. But like it or not, he has always been instrumental to my training and advancement. He's done nothing for you. What the fuck are you talking about? Even though he's nothing more than an AI, I wanted to say goodbye. You're a good student. Very well. Goodbye. Let me offer some final advice. It is not brief, but the Holy Grail won't be going anywhere. Advice? What advice could the father have now that the fighting is over? This isn't a guide you. This isn't to guide you through a fight, but to enlighten you about what you'll receive shortly. It may be fairly late in the game to ask this, but what do you know about the Holy Grail? I already know the basics of it. It is the supercomputer within the moon meant to observe, also known as the Moon Cell Automaton. This is an archive that has recorded the history of Earth, or rather mankind, since antiquity, and Magi fought to the death to determine ownership of it. That's good for starters. Still, you need to know a few more details. As the last master, you ought to know. That crystal is the Moon Cell. Only in the past century has it become called the Holy Grail. An all-purpose wishing machine who decide the Moon Cell would only observe, I wonder. Forcing the other function upon what is preliminarily an observation device is generally impossible there. But the all-seeing eye is lacking the rest of its head. They're all-seeing, the Moon Cell is not a god. It obeys the laws of physics like everything else, such as Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Phenomena that are not observed do not exist. By the same token, all things that are seen must be seen, even things that are not generally considered to exist. The Moon Cell is a very complete database. If it records many ifs as well. With such operational power, the Moon Cell can both elucidate the past and provide foresight. What you are heading towards is the knowledge of the future. A place where every human wish and desire exists. A place to spy upon the future on that terrible knowledge, much like what the place envisioned. The moon has no will of its own. Intelligence is a distortion of pure observation after all. But if someone with will could harness the Moon Cell, they would see all of their wishes granted. The validity of the motives, or even the very presence of motive, is inconsequential. Oh my words. All that matters is the winner of the Holy Grail War is strong. Just strength. An amoral priest like Otomine would reduce human struggle to that. Does the Moon Cell Holy Grail desire strengthen? Or is that the conclusion reached by whoever created this priest? That is all. Did it help? What all you have been calling over is nothing more than the Moon Cell surface. Go forth, reigning master. Deepen the moon. The ring of fire awaits your answer. I will await in front of the arena. If you find it hard to leave the Moon Cell, come to me. In front of the arena? Why are you there? Oh, interesting. I can go into the arena, but why? What will I be training for? What happens if I do say I will go? This doesn't look like the first level that I saw before.
開幕だ。行くぞ、奏者よ。
Is it just extra stages for levels? Wow, what the? Oh fuck!
ああ、もう、まとまりつくな。行くぞ、マスター。さあ、踊ってもらうぞ。この剣舞、ソナさんに。
Not so strong are you if it's only 300 XP.
世の役目。そなたは控えておれ。
Is it just like a free training room then? Huh, it seems like it. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, interesting. Yes, we go. The entrance to the battlegrounds is still the same. The dreary elevator. This same elevator travels to the arena, but the display indicates a much greater depth. Once I'm inside, the doors close heavily and the rectangular box begins to move. Totally not scary at all. Whoa, what's all this? Oh, is this meant to be like the history of mankind?
戦いの連続だったな。わずか7戦とはいえ、それぞれが特徴に満ちたものだった。まあ、共にするのはこの私である。相手は人類史に冠たる英傑たちなのだから、無難なものになるはずもないのだが。出会ったばかりの頃のそなたを思うと、つい方が緩む。あのひな鳥がよくここまで成長してくれた。世は自分のことばかりで、人を導くことはついぞなかった。導いたつもりでも、それは誤った多くの人生を踏みにじるものだった。だからこそ今は嬉しい。そなたはもうどこに出しても恥じることのない立派なマスターだ。唯一しくじったと思うのは、そなたの欲のなさだな。そなたは聖杯にかける願いはないという。
What the
そ
hell?
れは間違いだ。実現するかしないかは別として、願いあっての人間だ。世を見るがいい。英霊となった後もこうして人生を楽しんでいる。そしてだ。今の世の楽しみは、そなたの笑顔を見ることだ。それくらい良い戦いだったのだ。人を愛するばかりで、愛されたことがない私にとって実に得難い戦いだった。人に思われるというのは良いものだな。では参ろう、我が思い人よ。この先に何があろうと、あなたには軽やかであってほしい。そのためなら私はいかなる攻め国も耐えてみせよう。
That was a long vow of loyalty from Saber. What in the world is this weird corridor that I'm going through though? Or is this meant to be the center of the moon cell? Whoa. What are these? like a whole ruin. Who are you? It's an incredibly vast room, actually a space so cavernous could hardly be called a room. It's also strangely barren, save for the alien object that dominates the center of the space. It resembles a giant floating eye. Though it doesn't seem threatening, it is still somewhat discerning. The artifact of an alien civilization, the reason for its creation is beyond human comprehension. The core of the moon cell and the base of the seraph, the holy grail of the seven heavens, responsible for creating the seven seas. And in the space where the holy grail is enshrined, I can feel a sense of discord and dissonance. In front of the holy grail is a jumble of skewed stone pillars, which only adds to the tumultuous atmosphere. On the top of that pile of stone sits the lone figure of a man. He looks to be in his late 20s at most. His expression is blank enough to be totally unmemorable, but as an NPC he doesn't need to make an... But is he an NPC?
いや、待っていたよ。おめでとう。君が聖杯戦争の勝者だ。祝祭の一つでもあげたかったが、あいにくここにはそんな機能はなくてね。勝ち抜いた甲斐はないだろうが、私からの拍手だけで勘弁してくれ。でもこれだけは言える。私は誰よりも君を認め、君を称え、君を誇りに思っている。
Who are you though?
君こそが幾度も繰り返された聖杯戦争の中で最も素晴らしいマスターなのだと。
Wait, you're the narration guy in between chapters. While he seems friendly, there is something more dangerous about him than any of my opponents. It's a feeling of nothingness. There is something very strange about the man in front of me. There's someone else here. That man has a servant with him. At the same time he mentions a servant, I can feel Rin tense up as she shoots a glance at his direction. Watch out, Cross. This guy isn't an NPC, he's a master. But why would a master be here? The war is over and the only master left standing should be you. Well, to be absolutely accurate, I could just as easily say that you're a master who shouldn't be here too. How can a master who has defeated still be alive and present in this place? I must look into this later. Well, that's an issue for another day. At least one rule will be still enforced. Only one master may leave. And unfortunately, you are the one who will disappear. I advise you to enjoy what little time you have left. Now that's settled, I'm pretty sure the question on your mind is, what are you, right? A pertinent question worthy of an answer. Of course, I'm both an NPC and a master. To be more accurate, I should say I was. Was? You mean you became a master after being an NPC? That's... She briefly glances my way, her eyes wide with shock. I suppose a more thorough explanation is necessary. The story's kind of long, but please bear with me. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Twice H. Pestman, but please just call me Twice. Twice? I thought you being a cyber ghost was just an urban legend, but to think it's actually true? Everything I've learned about you paints you as a person who hated war and was dedicated to saving lives. This massacre, you of all people should detest this war, but considering how you are now, it's... So that's how history sees me. That I just detested war. That part is definitely true. I hated war and will not tolerate its existence in any form. Not even the highways are exempt from this fact. However, that truth only scratches the surface of my beliefs. Much like the moon cell, it seems that a single well-known function has erroneously defined my true ideals. It began when I was a student and obsessed with the history of humanity. I will never forget the many shocking realizations I received during the course of my studies. The betrayals that make up history, combined with severe shell shock, gave him an abnormal hatred of war. Allow me to clarify, by him I mean Twice Pearson. He was in fact incredibly ill. When he saw any image depicting war, he was overcome with overwhelming panic attacks. It was almost as if he would get a severe heart palpitation and his blood pressure would skyrocket. From that day, he, meaning me, was consumed with an unease that became almost painful in its intensity. Even after becoming a scientist, he still risked death to save others because of that unbearable pain. That's the whole of it. What drove him during his time in the mortal coil was not a sense of righteousness. What drove him was one simple question: why was I the only one who seemed to hate war? As said, Twice was ill. There was no reason for him to risk his life so foolishly into battle. Why did I involve myself in the war? Was it to understand it better, especially considering the effects war had on me? Even while struggling with those questions, my mortal self still irrationally kept going into battle. And in the year 1999, a horrible neurological disease broke out in a city located in the Far East. Based on the available evidence, the case of the outbreak was a biological weapon created by terrorists. Twice was called in the city to treat the victims of the attack when he was caught in a major attack himself. According to reports made available to the public, the death toll was set at 5,000 people. The Moonstar puts the real count at 8,200. As you can see, the government underreported the number a tad. I can see the exhaustion in his eyes. He seems to think his story is no more than an amusing anecdote. Although it's hard to tell if he's amused by the government's possible cunning or total incompetence. Anyway, that's when the person I am patterned after died. Twice ended up one of those 8,200. Something strange. I remember seeing the place where he died as if I was too once one of those many victims. I can recall the sight of buildings set aflame, but when I was Twice, it was a scene I had experienced before. It was then that the mortal Twice, the person I was, recaptured the repressive memories of his childhood. In the 1970s, there was a clash of ethnic groups arranged by major powers as a war by proxy. Twice was orphaned in the conflict. The place I remembered was hell. Everything around me was collapsing. Everything felt without any sense of mortality and without any acknowledgement of the value of life. And there lies its brilliance. The young Twice must have concluded that life itself was truly a miracle. All that remained, that empathy I've already told you. Anyway, Twice was adopted and became a doctor. And though I tried to forget the past, that one fundamental truth was burned forever into my soul. Twice despised war more and it became his intent to kill war itself. I got involved in war in order to end it. However, at the core of my very being wasn't a denial of the meaning of war. It wasn't that at all. Twice has seen many battlefields, the ever-ending hell, the horrific evil perpetuated by humanity. A group of soldiers made to fight against an army many times their size that was far more experienced and supplied. Forced to flee from guerrillas, a girl of five travels on foot through a jungle that few could hope to survive. Innocent victims of violence who rebuilt their village and their lives without help from anyone. I find that odd. Even though I hated war, I saw a great deal of strength emerge from the conflicts I witnessed. Now that I think of it, the mortal me was the same. All of Twice's great works were born of war. The many revelations, the uncounted number of rescues, none would have happened without the hell that is war. All the mortal me really did was bring back a number of things from the depths of hell. In the end, I was a victim of a terrorist attack, but as I was dying, it also came back to me. I saw the burned field of my home and recalled the tenacity that helped me go on, even as everyone else died. Yes, 3 seconds before my heart stopped, I finally received an answer to my question. It was never denial what drove that twice repeatedly. It was never denial. What drove that twice repeatedly into hell was because I, who eventually fell victim to the violence, could no longer consider war the ultimate folly of mankind. Nothing can be hidden from the moon cell, and it records all its Nothing can be hidden from the moon cell, and it records all it observes, including my final thoughts. Oh shit. As time went on, I was reborn as an NPC based on the records of my mortal life, just like any other NPCs here. They may appear human, but are nothing more than puppets playing as assigned roles. I was the same, however. You managed to gain self-awareness, but how and why? Maybe interacting with so many masters combined with my skills as a spirit hacker pushed me into consciousness. More likely, it was just an anomaly born from a single near impossibility. How it happened, I cannot say. However, once I gained true consciousness, the only thing I could do was act as Twice Pierceman would. The dream that I saw as I died, the ideal that existed only in my mind, now I exist only to make it a reality. So what was the dream that the mortal Twice saw as he died? Endless war, of course, to see mankind engage in a grand war of mutual extinction. He says this last statement in a matter-of-fact tone. There's no hint of insanity visible. In his eyes, naturally, with obvious sincerity, he can somehow utter a statement of absolute madness. Give me a minute. I'm back. The future has been corrupted. That is the conclusion I've come to after studying the moon cells records. Anyone with a brain can see that the world is doomed. Humankind has long since passed its adolescent stage. Man was still maturing in the 1900s. A balance was struck between penury and prosperity, but it didn't last. The period of immaturity ended, but the golden age that should have followed never occurred. You do realize this, right? What has happened to the planet and its people should have never come to be. The spirit of mankind has stagnated, just as the world has. The future is rotting away like overripe fruit. When that fruit should be at its best, it has fallen to the ground. That is not the way history should be. That is how Rin and Neo describe the world, a place of peace, stupefying stagnation and entropy. Ooh, my words. But is war really the answer? Because it is the most effective way for mankind to progress. Stability and status only act as to preserve a species. If the objective of the modern man is merely survival, then there is no reason for them to exist. In my previous life, a great many lives and resources were consumed for the sake of convenience. Why? What was the need for such prosperity? Prosperity is just an illusion and exists only for its own sake. I expect that you agree with me. Humans are curious creatures that must feed on dreams to evolve. The preliminaries illustrate this truth. In an artificial peace, ignorant aggressors reveal in idleness. Humans can only mature after breaking free from their idleness. That seems to be the case for you. And now, ideologies are based on the truths of an ideology. And now ideologies are based on the detritus of an ignoble and forgotten past. That loss cannot be overcome. I cannot allow such ideas to become a foundation of the next epoch of human civilization. Don't you agree? If the future isn't worth the suffering of the past, that would make men mere murderers. For the humans who lived in the distant past, the future that man is planning cannot be accepted. Oh, hold on, I need to actually grab some water. I'm back again. The future that will be is a mistake. Humanity has not spent countless lives for the society that is to come. But we cannot reverse time. Since going back is impossible, there is no choice but to move forward. With that in mind, we will recreate the wars of the past and revise the history of the last 100 years. By having everyone fight in a war of survival, mankind's consciousness will be forced onto the correction path. My wish has become a firm conviction as the winner of the Holy Grail War. Your existence is proof of that. Come again? Hold up a second. What in the hell is that supposed to mean? Rin looks at me with flames in her eyes as if demanding an explanation, but I'm just as in the dark as she is. Originally, the Holy Grail War was a way for the Moon Cell to gather data. It didn't even have a name at first. The Moon Cell only wanted the best data samples. Having a war of survival was a good way to separate the shaft. However, up until now, the Magi who came here made excuses for their actions, but still killed, then fled. Truly an atrocity, wouldn't you say? Until I won, this world was buried under a mountain of corpses. After all, being an NPC, I get the luxury of continuing on even if I die. I watched their fights as an NPC, and when I became conscious, I fought battles of my own. Weak though I was. After several dozen fights, I finally reached this elevated seat. After that, my story becomes simpler. Manipulating the rules of this place, I created the Holy Grail War. The battle of survival from which only a single person may emerge victorious. I remade this world into a place where the limits of human potential can be pushed beyond one's imagination. So you're the creator of the Holy Grail War on the Moon Cell. And then you appeared, the weakest master in the tournament. You managed to defeat the king of the world. You were totally unsuited for this ordeal in the beginning, just as I was. As a nameless figure drawn from masses, you've become the one in whose hands rests the fate of human world. Your soul's been tampered by crisis and conflict. Your new strength is a testament to the potential of a man. When mankind reaches the heights you have, they will move forward, clearing a path for those yet to come. Now it is time for you to claim the Holy Grail. Now it's time for you to claim the Grail for your own. You've earned the right to show the world the true path. Shout out so that all can hear you say that war is necessary, that humanity can and must evolve quickly. Just input this one little phrase into the Moon Cell. Don't stop. After that, you can do whatever you wish. Whether you become a king or a god is up to you. You have my blessing as your choice will bring endless war. The wounds suffered by humanity after losing countless lives and endless conflicts run deep. And if the only reward for such suffering is stagnation, then humanity deserves to be cast into a new void. Some sacrifices cannot go unheeded. Mankind must be inflicted with wounds that they will never forget. I actually understand where you're coming from. As I remain paralyzed by doubt, Rin begins to speak, her apparent calm belied by the heat in her eyes. Your story was interesting, but left one question unanswered. It's about you winning the war in the past. You never once mentioned making a wish in the Holy Grail. Why? Why make him make your wish for you? An excellent question. The answer is that I can't. If I touch the Holy Grail, my wish would be rejected. According to the Moon Cell, my existence is considered nothing more than a regular data stream. It can fool the low-level processors, but if I access the core, I'd be seen as an NPC and immediately deleted. My victories would mean nothing. I need a legitimate master, someone who can make my wishes a reality. Anomalous data that would be deleted. What emotion did her words express? Her mumbling sounded very much like a dejected sigh. The girl beside me shuts her eyes for a moment and then directs her gaze at twice as if to deny the obvious. That is why I've stopped here. I've been waiting for years at the gate to the core, awaiting one I deemed worthy. Upon reflection, I wasted a great deal of time. I was able to plant the seeds of war on Earth from here by manipulating and manufacturing information. But it was a case of too little too late. Also, my methods were unreliable and on too small of a scale. Instances of terrorism and violence have skyrocketed recently, and you're the cause of it all. With full access to the Moon Cell's records, my ability to divine the future, I can bring out Armageddon. Of course, I don't intend for everyone to die. I simply wish to instigate a war that anyone can survive. You can see it through the gate. There lies the Moon Cell's core, an object made from the purest photonic crystal. The result of the simulations of Earth's future run by the Moon Cell is stored as light within the core. The one who reaches the core has the right to choose the course of the futures from infinite possibilities. I'm sure you understand now. Whoever claims the Moon Cell can manipulate reality as they see fit. This object, which envisions an infinite number of possible futures, can reshape the fabric of reality. What if he says it's true? Then the Holy Grail could accurately be considered the mind and will of God. Nothing is impossible. It is truly an object of unimaginable power with infinite possibilities. Yes, you do understand. It has many other names. The Photonic Abyss, Angelica Cage, take your pick. You have earned the right to claim it as your own. Now, please proceed. Unleash the perfect storm upon the world to undo the lie of stability, rewrite history as I have said. Spice looks in my direction and expressed the earnest confidence reflected on his face, almost as if he is sure that I share his belief that war is the answer. This man, while despising war and violence, could not ignore the immediate result that war brings. This supposed comrade who gained strength through fighting, much like I did, clears a path for me. However, I honestly can't say he's wrong. I mean, but the war isn't the answer. I didn't come here to wish for death. Only those I care. The future and evolution of man. Neither of these things seem to matter to me in any meaningful way. And even if I was someone great in my immortal life, I have no right to claim kingship in this era or any other. The well-being of the world and of mankind, there's no way I could bear such a tremendous burden. Even if I chose to accept the burden, it is not right to take it on because others refuse to do so. That is why my mind is occupied with the thoughts of what is precious to me, the cherished, irreplaceable existence. If I can protect that which I hold most dear, then that should dictate a path I choose to walk. I glance at the girl beside me, who gives me a puzzlical look in return. I guess my feelings aren't apparent. Though she may not understand my feelings, the smile she suddenly gives me means the world to me. It is that one thing that I cherish dearly, the minor wish I discovered in the Holy Grail War. It needs to be within my reach. While that mindset might be the cause of the current stagnation, is it so wrong I want to embrace someone who you hold dear? The war that twice wants to bring about will hurt the one I care about most. I cannot allow that to happen. Your conclusion is overly sentimental, don't you think? I expect that, but still, give it a bit more thought. Servant, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think I'm evil and should be eradicated? Don't be ridiculous. Good and evil, right and wrong. None of these things have any meaning. Those of any substance will move forward, and even as if they suffer the consequences of their mistakes. Spilling the blood of others, even as they shed their own, they provide their worth through their deeds. That is the way humanity has always been and always will be. It is utter stupidity to think that beauty only comes from a delusional sense of righteousness. Saber speaks twice in her normal, indifferent, slightly superior tone, but a slight edge starts creeping in. Good and evil are one the same. It just depends on which side you stand. Your ideal mean nothing to me. But I do have one question I wish to ask of you. You claim to have been here for a long time. There must have been others who've come before us. What happened to all of the previous winners? Good question. Now that I think about it, there should be some sight of those who came before me. They were incapable of seeing my point of view. More accurately, they didn't see the value of my dream. Twice looks meaningfully at the pillars in the surrounding area. His answers couldn't be any clearer. The pillars gathered together are their gravestones.
そうか。
I see, you rewarded the victors not with the galad but the poison's chalice.
まあ、
That fact alone is enough to make you an enemy of mine. Saber draws his sword. Like her, I can't excuse his actions, even if it means becoming another stone pillar. I don't understand. Unlike any other human, you are the embodiment of everything I believe in. But I'm not you, bitch. That might seem to be the case, but even if we walk the same path, our feelings may be completely opposite. I must have died in the same incident that took twice. However, I learned different lessons in my death. Sadly for you, you cannot escape. Only a single master may leave the moon cell once they've made it here. Once the participants have been reduced to one, permission is granted to leave Seraph. This is one thing I cannot change. The moon cell has made this rule a fundamental requirement for entry. In other words, there's still you and me. As long as both of us exist, neither can escape this place. So there's no path open to you but the one that leads to the Holy Grail. And given your capricious nature, I can't relax yet. There's no guarantee your potential will shine through. The world has reached its limit as well. Soon it will be too late to overcome the stagnation of man. However, Twice Piercement is wrong. If the moon cells automatically erase irregular data, I cannot go inside. Just like Twice, if I pass through that gate, I will be eliminated. If Twice somehow wins, he will gain nothing in the end. No one will win this fight. But even knowing that, I'm not big on brainwashing as it can end in self-destruction, but your spirit might survive the process. It doesn't matter to me if you resist. If you want your wish to come true, you'll have to defeat me anyway. And such is destiny. At the end of things, this is the conclusion we arrive at. Now then, it is time to bring this chapter in the Holy Grail War to a close. To the victor goes the spoils. That is the way of humanity, something that will never change.
生死のかかった戦いでこそ人は精神を成長させる。人類にとって私は悪である。だが生命とは天輪するもの。善を生かすために子に救いをもたらすために私はこの力を授かった。見るがいい、ボンピャクのサーバントよ。ムーンセルがその蔵書から私に与えた救いの姿を。来たれ救世の英霊。この世でただ一人生の苦しみより下脱した怪盗者よ。
Oh, is this his servant? Whoa, what the hell? So this is where Savior comes in. If it is for the purpose of creating the path mankind will follow to Dharma and thus to enlightenment, then I will come forth to grant salvation to all things and guide them with the might of my What? Vaja?
これはまた凄まじいのが出たな。苦しみから逃れられなかった私にはどうにも手に余る英霊だが、ああ、大事はない。世にはそなたがいる。苦しみを分かち合う伴侶がいるのなら花となろう。そなたがいる限り世は最強のサーバントだ。いかな格者とはいえ遅れは取らん。 そして奏者よ、そなたもあの男に勝るものだと示す時だ。そなたは戦いだけに身を捧げるものではない。あの男のように一人では完成しない。手を取り合わねば立ち行かぬ弱さこそがそなたの強さなのだと私は思う。では始めよう。世とそなた共に敵を上回っての勝利こそ最後の戦いにはふさわしい。
The words of my servant serve to encourage me. And in the end, Twice was right about one thing. There are some things that conflict can help to grow. And the most important to me is the bond that now exists between me and my servant. Regardless of the strength of the enemy or the consequences of failure will have on the future, I won't back down. I will face this one last battle with the one who has been with me from the beginning by my side. Whoa, what the hell? Whoa, what the hell?
任せる。一周に付してくれる。
この戦いをもって私の聖杯戦争は完結する。
No card for savior, I guess, because he's a savior. How the hell do you summon Buddha? Like, what the f-
そなたに我が最後の勝利を。我が剣のすべてを愛すべき勇者に捧げよう。
その情熱をここで断ち切る。人の業を持ったまま人の業を愛した暴君よ。
よい、始めよう。天よ、今一度の祝福を。
Bro was talking, but I interrupted him by fighting. I should have listened then.
さて返上するぞ。この剣舞、そなたに。任せるがよい。
What's he gonna do this time? I'm using an item, so I can't use at least my skill.
よい、始めよう。
Maybe I should guard it there. Okay, good thing I got it.
不粋だな。
I had a feeling that would be like a axe skill rather than
さて出直せ。
a
させぬは。
stat change skill.
全力で来たまえ。
受けるがよい。世の出番だな。ロサイク
Do you never guard? It was all out attack, right? Wait, what's going on?
立ちなさい。まだ命がある。
Or does he only do like one thing at a time?
そこを動くな。高いな。
Maybe.
そこを動くな。
Something failed? What failed? I didn't fail, right?
奏者よ、我が神命を。
Let's do that. Hopefully I can survive whatever comes in the final turn.
この剣、そなたに捧げよう。無礼な。
その目も耳も不要だ。
Seal skills, so that's gonna be... Oh, shit. That seals all skills, even though it's noble phantasm? What the hell is he summoning?
よう信じよ
I can't undo this with the... Or can I? Is this where Sakura's heal status effects? Could this heal... Could this actually heal? Yes, it does. Oh, he's got the break thing.
ラウセントクラウ
Oh, this is gonna hurt. So I didn't defend. Oof, that's a lot of damage. I'll need to hope the final turn I don't die.
のサイ
I mean, 800 HP, I should be okay.
出直せさて
全力で来たまえ。
もらったぞ
What the heck?
倒せるか、この私を。
I think I got this though, right? With that 3 turns. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be... No. Nice. It was more than enough. Or does he have like a phase 2? I can hear the sounds of battle, and though I've been defeated many times, it is still painful all the same. But I have no regrets. Just as life is an endless cycle, war too will endure. You are proof of that. Twice, who even now still holds tightly to his belief, slowly begins to fade away like all of the others. But whether he was following his own rules or those of the Moon Cell, I cannot say for sure. Get away, you creep. Now go and touch the Holy Grail. You will come to understand many things once you do. Oh, he's just leaving. Wantonly consuming lives, thriving without a purpose, our future blossoms like a flower by the roadside. Whether that turns out to be the right or wrong, I would like for you to see and judge with your own eyes, if we are both truly righteous or not. You know, bro just trying to walk it off. And in an instant, I thought I saw something that was truly him, but it might have been just an illusion. Without any time to contemplate what has happened, twice Pierceman passed into oblivion. The servant too will soon join him in the void. I don't think he is though. Without exception, all life will perish. All living things are trapped in a cycle of suffering and death. The one who sought to alignment through the strength and perseverance still has an untainted soul. But there is more than one path. Just as good and evil have value, the beauty of the world will endure. King of blood-drenched battle, the Nirvana, let us witness the end of the world, for there lies your salvation. Oh, you are disappearing, okay. I thought you were going to be like super last boss or something. Or are you disappearing? What the hell is going on? Okay, he has disappeared. He became little petals, okay. With an expression much like his master's, the servant fades away like a flower losing its petals. The only person to have escaped the cycle of suffering seen by some as a savior of the spirit of humanity. I see now he did not support Twice's ideals. Instead, he was showing compassion for the soul of the human known as Twice Pierceman.
Okay.
Alright then, what shall we do now? Rin asks this question in a brittle yet cheerful tone, trying to maintain her aloft attitude. And before you say anything, don't waste your time worrying about me. The moment I lost Lancer, the second I entered the Holy Grail War, I was prepared to... Aww, she can't come to an end. I tried to express my concern, but she only silently points to the gate in the middle of the room. A gate? Her silence speaks volumes, as twice said earlier, the moment that any anomalous data is detected in that dimension will be deleted. She refrains from speaking as she is all too aware of the consequences to come. However, even if I am to be deleted, there should still be a small window of opportunity. Time enough to sneak in a modest wish. To extinguish the remaining fires of war that twice had set ablaze. To put an end to the senseless bloodshed of the Holy Grail War once and for all. The Mooncell automaton, the very might of God, I will seal it away so no one will ever be able to access it again. And also to return her, the last true survivor, safely to her mortal existence. A number of wishes race through my mind, but I won't have time to ask for them all. I can only ask for the most important of my desires. But any wish I make will be influenced by the experiences I gained fighting in this war. I make my way to the Holy Grail, and the object is both bane and boon to the one fortunate enough to survive. Do I actually have to make a choice? Is it not a linear story progression? What is this gate to hell? My regret at not being the winning master has never been stronger than it is now. No matter how much I want to force the issue, since I am not the victor, I cannot go near the Holy Grail. With one last sigh, she retreats into silence. I silently thank her for not making an already painful parting worse than it already is, and continue making my way to the gate. And then I reach out to touch the Holy Grail, the very core of the Mooncell. Well, I mean, I really hate what I'm about to say. It sounds like I'm making excuses for myself. But things could have ended worse. I probably would have lost twice, not due to lack of skill, but of heart. That's why I'm glad you're the one who made it to the end. I want you to know that I truly mean that. I'm going on this alone, not even with Saber. But Saber has her wish too. Before me stands the Holy Grail. I slowly extend my hand and place it on the core of the Mooncell. Oh, weird lights entering my eyeballs. My brain! Oh. Am I getting erased? What is going on? Is this the Mooncell? The instant I make contact with it, I am drawn inside the Holy Grail. To be more accurate, I'm absorbed into it like a water being absorbed by a sponge. In the short time before I'm erased from existence, my consciousness is immersed into the Mooncell. I can see everything that exists with it, every piece of information, every observation, every conclusion. The sheer volume of information and ideas stored in the Mooncell forms an intricate collage that no human could decipher, though I sense a pattern. In fact, I cannot say that Twice's interpretation of human history as recorded by the Mooncell was wrong, for war has always brought change, but this day and age humanity has mistaken stagnation for peace. And throughout it all, the Mooncell continues to silently record what it sees without ever taking action. After endlessly analyzing the data it records, it flies away in its conclusions and resumes its role of a voyager. It is there on Earth that the whole human existence is contained. Whatever triumphs the tragedies befall mankind of their world, the moon cell continues to silently observe and record. It is that strength, that force of existence that twice failed to see and understand. But now is not the time to become emotional. I have to tell the Holy Grail what my wish is. Input complete. I was able to enter my wish without a single mistake, I think. Now all there is for me to do is wait for the end of my tedious existence to come. However, oddly, the time of my death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Being one with the moon cell, I share its unique view of the time where infinity can be contained in a single second. So even the briefest moment seems somewhat more drawn out than normal. But even with that, Wait a moment, this can't be right. Perhaps that man twice was mistaken. I can hear my servant mutter into my ear, but they aren't there in person, but as part of the Holy Grail. My guess is that my servant had somehow slipped unseen into the Holy Grail the same time as I entered. Don't act as if you just noticed me. It is your duty to be aware of my presence at all times, after all. However, something doesn't feel right. With the war over, there is no reason for her to follow me here. This is your final duty as a master, correct? Then it is only natural that I am present at this time. Especially since it seems if this is the time when you are indeed need of my strength. What do you mean? So that's what she's doing. With the additional presence, the time the moon cell needs to finish the elimination process is increased. Oh, right. As is her way, she has come to aid her worthless master one final time. However, a delay this long can't be the result of my servant's presence. Something else must be going on. So Rin is here, is it? Since I'm connected to the moon cell, it shouldn't be too difficult to find what's going on. In what seems to be only a heartbeat, the whole of my consciousness arrives as the long data file. As one long data file. This appears to be you. What does cryogenic storage mean? What? I'm frozen up? I'm alive. Oh my god. The info in this data file concerns a patient with a fatal brain disease that affects memory retention. And the only doctor familiar with the surgical procedure used to treat the disease died in a terrorist attack. Until another surgeon could replicate the procedure, the patient was put on cryogenic storage. If there is a living human that shares my exact identity, then I may be more than random bits of data. That must be the reason why I'm still around. The moon cell needs more time to analyze this new information. But I'm sure that guy didn't come here just as a magus. I'm just a copy of a person trapped in an endless stream. Whatever the case, my fate is almost assured. I'm sure that my time here is fast coming to an end. However, there remains enough time to send out one final message. Oh, Rin is alive. She's blonde. What is this data?
あんた、本当は生きて。あ、いや、違うわね。これはあなたのモデルになったデータに過ぎない。今そこにいるあなたとイコールじゃない。でも、これもあなたなのよね。同じ心を、魂の形を持った。そっか。同じ今を一緒に生きているんだ。いいわ。負けっぱなしは性に合わないし。 こうなったら何としても探し出してあげようじゃない。それでまだ眠ってたら叩き起こしてあげる。一発きっついのお見舞いすれば目も覚めるだろうし。まあできれば再会の場所はどこかの学校の景色が綺麗な夕暮れの屋上でとかが望ましいけど。
Oh, the translation didn't quite capture the rooftop of a school there, because she said if it be a if it be a reunion, it'd be a rooftop of a school rooftop with a good view.
それまでずっと待っていてね。約束するわ。きっとまたあなたに会いに行く。
Aww. I sent a message to Rin where my is it where my body is or that my body is somewhere? That promise was to both the boy that sleeps and the boy who begins to fade, that once she leaves this place, we will never meet again. It is because of that promise that I can finally allow myself to be at peace. Yippee! I finally finished the game, at least once. Credit roll? What's up with this black screen? Here we go, credit roll. Yippee! Aww, that was quite a touching ending. So that's how this game finishes. It does have like one last twist at the end with the or twice thing. I mean, the ideology isn't too wrong in a way, because, like, yeah, sure, people improve with conflict, I guess, is the best way to say it. But to instigate war, yeah, that's kind of a bad idea, I think. I wonder what would have happened if I like chose different options. Would it have actually made me would it have actually made me get a bad ending? Is that something that's possible in this game? I'm gonna see if I can, like, wait, where did I save state? It was during battle, wasn't it? Yeah, so I might actually see what happens right after this. Yeah, after, what, 20 streams, which is quite a big stream. At least finished one. Oh yeah, and I think I found some sort of cheat code that I could enter, since I do have an emulator, which would help me a lot in terms of just progressing the game with different servants. I don't know if there'll be that much of a difference with the other two servants in terms of the main story, but I do want to just see what goes on. Just in case kind of thing. This should be, right? Because I've seen so much images of like other stuff for this game over the years. This must be just like one of the endings. Man, what a blast of the past based on the original work of Fate Stay Night. And there is Saber's sword right on the center stage. I'm not sure I understand, but do you mean that you have an existence outside of this world? Then everything should work out fine. You are my master. You know what needs to be done, correct? And you do have my permission to visit me occasionally. Actually, come at any time you wish. I'd be happy to see you again. It makes me happy to know our relationship won't be ending soon. It sounds like it would entail an incredible amount of effort though. I sympathize with him for having such a burden, though it's someone else's problem. It's my responsibility. The dissolution of my current self has begun. Outside of the Holy Grail, Rin's voice begins to fade away. As what makes me is compressed into smallest units of elect data, I think on my slumbering self. When he wakes up, his memory will be a blank page with no friends or family to help or guide him. I wonder how that strange new world will appear to him. Nothing about the past will have any meaning. What I am saying, if that's the only thing to be lost, then I'd be okay. Although I'll miss those I've met along the way, the world will still be here. As long as the path before me remains, I will continue to walk it. There are no grades given for goals and wishes. No matter how small they may seem to others, as long as I keep moving forward, they will eventually come to fruition. As it is the desires for that wish to become reality that will keep you going until the end. I have no worries. There will always be those who strive to change the world, those I care about. Come on, charge up. There we go. I will be able to live with them, eventually move forward into the future with them. I can't believe how promising and hopeful the future sound. I can't wait for it to arrive. Oh, and the moon Xiaomi just melts away into the data stream. Finish. No, not that. Whatever. Finish. Oh shit, whatever. Ah! You have cleared your progress? It's cleared data? I don't know if that's... Stop moving that window. I want to move this thing. Okay, there we go. This data will carry certain items over into a new game. Be careful not to accidentally override this data when saving. Oh. Oh. So that's... Oh, and it differentiates itself so differently by having that huge ass white background. So there is something like a new game plus in this thing, right? And that's how you differentiate it. Do I just load up this then? Clear data has been loaded. Skip the prologue and start from the servant selection event. Right, and now I can choose who the next story would be. Okay, okay. If I go... Hold on. If I exit the menu, then go back into game, I should have that save file, right? At worst, I have the save state, so it's okay. Certain items carry over in the game, so yeah, this game has a new game plus in a way, doesn't it? Interesting. Interesting indeed, okay. Yeah, it definitely makes you want to play, well, at least have you attempt to play the other two servants, because of the whole, oh yeah, items carry over, but, and I know some stuff in terms of, well, not no, like, I know there's like some other content around this game, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, one playthrough isn't enough. Okay, at least I got the first kind of big playthrough done. And hopefully it's going to be easier in the second playthrough. I'm not going to go easy mode, because that's... Maybe I should just do that. Go easy mode and then like use cheats to like speed through some of the missions. Not the missions, the story in general. But that was me. First playthrough done. I would be coming back next week with second playthrough. It's a very perfectly wrapped up kind of first run. Okay, that is That's interesting. That is very... okay. Made it sound like that I was meant to be just an NPC without a body, but I did indeed have a body to go back to. Well, technically, but I didn't. Rin gets to live. So I'm guessing if I choose Rani, Rani lives? Do I need to like... no, if I choose the same person in that battle with Rin and Rani, would that just lead me to the same conclusion? Man, there's so much like random questions. Okay, I'll be signing off today and coming back in the weekend if I can. Okay, bye, get out of here. Shoo.